How do you start a spin studio and scale it to $300,000 a year? Hi, my name's Nate Jones. I make videos on entrepreneurship, how to start businesses, which businesses you should start. And today I'm talking about a spin studio. And let me tell you, there's a massive opportunity in this type of business because so many people are throwing away their home gym and realizing that an environment of a gym with a coach that is positive and uplifting and pushing people, that type of environment, being around other high performers, is an environment that people want to be around. So there's a massive opportunity in these high net worth areas to start these types of gyms. So let's go through this and talk about how much can it cost, how much does it cost to start this business, and how much can you make, and we'll go into how much profit you're going to make too, because that's the most important thing when you start a business, okay? So let's go through this. How much does it cost to start a spin studio? Let's go through this. We're going to need a building, okay? We're going to need to lease a retail location because we're going to want to be in a high net worth area, and we're going to want people to see our business, okay? That's how people are going to know about our spin studio, is if they drive by it and they see it, okay? So we're going to have to get a lease, a retail building. It's going to be about 2,000 square feet. The average cost for a retail building nationally is going to be about $18 a square foot. So that's going to put us at $36,000 a year or $3,000 a month. Okay. We're also going to probably have to build out the suite. What that means is when you look at a retail location, it doesn't just come looking like a spin studio. We're going to have to really put in a little bit of work to make this look good. The nice thing about a spin studio is you're just going to need a ton of space, so you're not going to have to do that much of putting in walls and stuff. You're going to primarily going to be putting the wall, painting the walls, making it look aesthetic, so people are ready to work out, and putting nice flooring in that can withstand the athletic performance. So that's going to be about $10,000 to build it out. And we're also going to need spin bikes. Spin bikes are a little costly, but if you're buying them in bulk, we're buying 30. I saw some deals for around $1,500 to $2,000. So if we can really negotiate down to $1,500, that's $1,500 times 30 bikes. That puts us at $45,000 of spin bikes. I know that's a lot of money, but let's go through this. I'm going to talk through why you would want to get a loan for this business to maximize your cash flow. So we're going to have about $4,000 in other expenses as well. So our total expenditures for year one is $95,000, okay? But we're going to get a loan for everything except for the lease, because the lease we're paying monthly, okay? So that means we're going to get a $59,000 loan that covers the bikes, the build out, other expenses, okay? So that's going to be a $59,000 loan. We're taking out the $36,000. For a loan by the SBA, we're going to have to probably put 25% down. You may be able to put less down, but I'm just saying, hey, let's put 25,000 or 25% down, which is $15,000. That's a $44,000 loan. We do a 10-year note, okay? We do a 10-year note. That puts us at $581 a month, okay? So we have our loan at $581, and we have our lease at $3,000 a month. So that puts us at about $3,581. I put it at $3,600 a month by the time we tack on some extra fees there, okay? So we talked about that. I probably got you guys down. I drug you through the water, but let's talk through how much we can make. That's what really people came to watch this video, let's be honest, to see how much we can actually make. Before I do that, hit like and subscribe and help me out real quick. So let's talk through how much we can make. I put an average cost. I looked it up. It's going to be about $150 to $250 a person a month for an unlimited pass to a spinning studio. So I put about $200 a month. And if we're averaging about 20 people a class, we're doing 5 to 6 classes a day. I would say a good membership that's going to get us to a good point is going to be about 125 members, right? Because not everybody's going to come every day. People are going to come every other day. You really could probably get to 300, 350 members, which would really soar your cash flow here. But I said, what's attainable that first year? 125 members is definitely going to be attainable. 125 times 200 a month puts you at $25,000 a month. That's some good monthly revenue there. I think you could really get up to the 40s to 50,000 once you're in business for a couple of years, but let's just keep it at 25,000. Year one, we're going to go into the cash flow here. Let's look at this. $25,000 is our gross revenue minus our $3,600 lease puts us at a cash flow of $21,400 a month, okay? So that cash flow is $257,000 a year. Our gross revenue is that $25,000 times 12 months is $300,000 gross. Okay, so this is a really good business. The reason I like this business is because I think working out in these team dynamics, it's a very much so a culture. It's kind of like a church, right? People go to church to see other people, and it's the same thing with fitness. People want to interact with people. They want to go through something, and you're going through something hard. These great workouts with these great spin instructors. That being said, you're going to have to scale this business, and the way to scale this business is to get instructors and not laying all the classes on your own shoulders, okay? So we're gonna have to scale this out. What scaling this out means, hey, we're gonna pay our instructors per class, okay? We're breaking down our cash flow. How much are we making per class? How much are we able to pay our instructors to make sure that we don't have so much money going out the table, okay? So if you're paying an instructor, I mean, they're only gonna be there for 30 minutes to an hour. You're gonna pay them on an independent contractor basis, similar to a coach. So you're going to pay them per class. So whatever that amount is in your area, that's a good rate to get a spin instructor in there. Somebody who knows what they're doing, has that vibrant personality, and they're positive. That's how you're going to be able to scale this to where you're going to be able to honestly take a vacation or take some time off in this business. Okay, so let's the next thing we're going to do, once we understand the cost, once that money's there, once we understand that we're going to start this business, what we need to do is, what I always say is, think of the ways in which it won't work, and then create strategies around that to maximize our chances of being successful, okay? Every business has potential pitfalls, mistakes that people have made, and you really need to think about, hey, not all the money you can make that we just talked about. We really need to think about, how can we make this work? So many people that I see, they fail in business because they don't think of how it can fail, okay? So let's think of the ways it can fail. Number one, there's no memberships. There's no sales. If there's no sales, company can't live, and a company goes bankrupt or it goes out of business because it can't sell. And that is marketing in this type of business. We need to make sure we market our spin studio so people know about it in the community. Make sure you show up at fairs. Make sure you have that 10 out. You're going to be doing a lot of rolling up your sleeves that first year to get your name out there, to get your brand out there so people know about it. So that means you got to be going to events. You got to be in the community. You got to be setting up those tents, bringing a spin bike with you, and really documenting it on social media, getting it out there, getting that out there, having an approach, having a guide, a step-by-step of what you're going to do every single day to get your name out there. This is the most important thing, in my opinion, in this business, is making sure that you get the name out there, okay? So, you need to have it out there. Now, that being said, if you have a great name and everybody knows about your business, but your classes suck, that'll put you out of business. So the second thing is, we need to have a quality of a high-performing spin studio. We need to have great instructors. We need to have great types of spin bikes. We need to have a great class in which people go home, they call their friends, and they say, you need to be here tomorrow, okay? So we need to make sure our quality is great, okay? So that means you, as the owner, need to set the tone. You need to learn how to do spin, and you need to learn how to bring people up, bring positivity, bring that environment, because you as the owner is going to set the tone. So make sure that you're ready for that. Maybe you learn how to coach classes before you start your own. I don't know. Maybe you go take an online course, something. I don't know. You need to figure it out. Okay, you need to figure that out. That's the second most important thing outside of the sales, because sales will keep you in business. Quality will take you out of business, okay? Number three here, we need to have a location and a vibe that is consistent with a high-class spin studio, okay? So we need to be in an area in which people can pay $200 a month. We need to be in an area in which the vibe is, hey, we want to work out, we want to get fit, and we want to look good, okay? So the vibe of your build-out needs to sleek, nice and feel, and it needs to feel like it's athletic. So people want to go in there and they want to, really improve themselves. So make sure you get that location, that vibe right, okay? And the next thing is failing to scale. You don't want to burn out, okay? You don't want to be doing this every single day. You need to find, honestly, I don't even know if you could do 6 spin classes in a row, okay? So you need to find somebody or your leg's going to fall off, okay? So failing to scale this business will put you out of business, because you're going to call in sick one day and everyone's going to say, well, if I can't spin, why would I go to your class? I'm going to go to the one down the street, okay? So making sure that you have the right spin instructor. So almost create those relationships in the community with the people that know how to do it before you even open that business. Or if you find some people coming to your class that are really good, hey, would you want to come here and coach I'll give you $50 off your membership if you coach, or $100, I'll give you a free membership if you coach for me, or I'll pay you to coach for me. I don't know what it is, but you need to find a way to get people who are positive to help you with your business. Okay, the next thing we need to do is we need to legal up. Legal up means that we're going to create an LLC that is completely separate from you legally. That means creating an LLC. This protects you and your personal assets in case your business, say something happens to it, a lawsuits that can't come after your personal assets, depending on your laws and regulations of your state. AKA, I'm not a lawyer, okay? But there are so many different online LLC companies that will help you set up your LLC. Go check those out, and they will help you out today. Number 2, we're going to buy insurance. We're going to buy insurance because things happen, and when things happen, sometimes we don't have the funds to cover those things. That's what insurance is for, okay? So make sure you buy the right insurance for your spin studio. And the final thing we need to do to protect ourselves is to have a waiver. Okay, you never know when someone's going to come in your class and be crazy and hurt themselves, okay? Or they're just going to hurt themselves and they may look at it as your fault, even though it's not your fault, okay? You need to have a waiver to protect yourself and say, hey, if you're going to come in here, it's assumption of risk. You're assuming that one of you guys might pedal so hard that you hurt yourself, okay? It's not my fault. Okay, make sure that we protect ourselves so I'm protected, okay? That's what a waiver is, okay? And then we need to commit to starting, okay? If you have an idea and you have a business and you've done all the research and you have a plan of action like I've just outlined, at some point you're going to have to jump. If you don't jump, you're going to be talking about it the rest of your life and you're going to say, what if I did go after it? What if, okay? No, let's not have what ifs on our deathbed, okay? Let's have, hey, I did and I was successful, okay? So hit that like and subscribe button. I'm going to have more content coming your way, and let's get it, okay? Have a great day. Thank you.